Welcome to Auburn, Alabama. A beautiful day for college football as the War Eagle cry reverberates across Jordan-Hare Stadium as their beloved Tigers are set to kick off another season. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis. Long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense will get the first swing of the game. And all eyes will be on this man because he is electrifying every time he touches the ball.
I mean, so much fun to watch. Can hit home runs, can make big plays. Everything in this offense starts with that raw man.
What I really like about him, too, is he's versatile, right? He can carry the rock, he can catch the football, he's good at blocking. This guy stays on the field for a reason.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He'll try it again. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. An early test for this defense on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and you know they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great running backs. And you've seen Spiller and A-Chain in recent history finding those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
Yeah, and you see some quarterbacks who hesitate to throw the ball over the middle. I love it when you attack the whole field. And the middle of the field and being able to throw over linebackers and between safeties is a big skill, but show that defense. You will attack everywhere.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Oh, he missed it. No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. And if they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Line gets set, first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. To throw, it's Thorne. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Slips through the line, gets away from one, finds some space. He's going to get loose. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely...
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Now the defense has got it going the other way.
And when you run an offense, when you're going to pitch the ball and you're going to lateral, there's danger to it, right? There's reading things that have to happen when you pitch it. Don't get hit while you're pitching it so it goes all over the place. Great job by the defense being disciplined, understanding, causing the fumble, recovering the fumble, creating a big turnover for this team.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Scanning the field, it's Thorne. Coming after it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
14 on the play. Offense facing 4th down. Number 91.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. No fair catches here, looking for room. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Give to the running back. Turns it on at midfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. He's piled up 65 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Hard running there.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Runs through a tackle. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Reed. They're working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Right back to the well. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4.
7, Auburn, 0.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
What a golden opportunity for this offense, scooping up the ball, and now they've got it inside the 10. A first down run in the red zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And this offense is firing in all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude.
Oh, look out! He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. They're lining up to boot it away. Here he comes with the return. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point, but this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did such a good job keeping them in the game early. Now, holding down. Get the offense rolling, put up some points on the scoreboard, and then you could really get dangerous in this ballgame.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, really nice catch there, and I'll tell you, ever since Texas A&M made the move to the SEC, their path to the national championship got way harder. If they're going to win today, they've got to come up with big plays in the passing game. This guy gives them that opportunity. He gives them a chance not just to compete for conference titles, but for national championships, too.
Getting some heat. Got it set up on the outside. At the 20, he's got space. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. Fires to the middle. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Aggies.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UAB is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Tulsa. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He wants to throw it again. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Looking to throw, it's Thorne. Tight end finds a soft spot. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch. Right away, you're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team.
Coming up, 4th down.
And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The give to the back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The play action fake. Gonna take a shot. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Jordan-Hare.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. But they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Back to throw, it's Thorne. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
He breaks a tackle. Finds a crease at the 20. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Leaves it with the back. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yard.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
The 3rd down offense has not been good, and add this one to the tab. Another 3rd down stop. They give up the sack. They're down by 3+ possessions. Nothing going this offense's way.
He gets a block. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
From the gun, running back on the move. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Back to the ground game on the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Texas A&M trying to gig him in the red zone.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up, conserve.
Touchdown, Aggies! And the punishment has been extended.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Offense gets set for second down. Dropping back, it's Thorne. A little screen to the running back. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. Get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
He's going to pass. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Sends it downfield. And the ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. At the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UAB is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today. They still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 6 over Tulsa. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and...
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the 4th quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
He'll do it himself. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
On first down, here comes this offense. The give and tick, 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 tick.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. It's Wegman. Looking for the score. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. You got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. And it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football, but there is definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. Never a doubt. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Trying to get to him. They've got the screen set up. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Back to throw, it's Thorne. Shoots it to the left. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He'll bring it back. It's Owens. He's got great speed. Wide open, and it's a foot race. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game one, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation.
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week in practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
He's brought down, but a really nice return gets it to the 41. First play of the drive comes from the 41. The give to the tailback. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.